Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, July 6th. And you can see some clouds out there. We got a chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially later today. There's a pretty big complex of storm that's moving off to our southwest, though. It probably will bring some rain across southwest or south central lower Michigan, the far southern portions of the state this morning. But for the rest of us, maybe a few scattered showers or a thunderstorm later this afternoon, but we'll see also some breaks in the clouds and some sunshine, and that's going to allow temperatures to really warm up. I think we'll have highs well into the 80s to around 90, with heat indexes up around the low to mid 90s, with dew points climbing well into the 60s, approaching 70. So very warm and muggy now right on through Friday night when the main cold front will come through. And I think our best chance of showers and thunderstorms are going to be late Thursday night into Friday as it looks right now. So our headlines are: warm and humid scattered storms becoming more numerous as we get into late Thursday. And overall, I think most areas have a shot around 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a quarter. And there will be some locally much heavier amounts, no doubt, across the lower peninsula. If we look at our normals for the day, our normal high is 83, the normal low is 58. Yesterday we had a high of 84 and a low of 66. And if we look at yesterday across the MAC area, temperatures mainly in the low to mid 80s. No precipitation across the area, with lows quite warm last night in the mid 60s. If we look at the current conditions across the MAC area, temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, very muggy out there. And again, we got showers and thunder showers across the far southwest part of the state, but mainly back into Illinois and northwestern Indiana. And if we look at the region, you can see very warm out there. Temperatures mainly in the 60s, even a few 70s early this morning. If we look at some of the soil conditions, you can see very dry conditions at the 2-inch level, all locations around 200. Of course, Blissville still not completely acclimated. I think the reason they had that is they soaked them rather than wrapped them in a towel, a wet towel, and they were actually soaked in the water. So it's taking quite a bit longer for those to acclimate to the soil, but they'll get there. And you can see the 8-inch level is also very, very dry there. You can see in Brown City up to 200, 170s in Breckenridge and Marlette. So very, very dry even at the 8-inch level. So we desperately need to get some of this rain here. And I think we will. If we look at the percentage of normal rainfall here over the last couple of months, you can see for this month we're only about 38% of normal. And if we look at the next screen, you can see in a graphic format, out of 32 possible months in 12 different locations, only Lansing had a normal month, and that was back in May, where they picked up about 135% of the normal rainfall. Everything else has been quite dry. If we look at the satellite this morning, you can see the colder cloud tops across Wisconsin dropping down into Illinois and northwest Indiana. Those are some of the stronger storms, and you can see those on radar. A very impressive line as it moves south through Illinois. And again, some of this activity will slide off to the southwest part of the state, maybe over towards Jackson and Blissfield, and in some of those areas could pick up a thunder shower this morning. But mainly this area will dissipate, and we'll have to wait for redevelopment later on this afternoon, but those should be on a scattered basis. If we look at the lightning detection, the MAC lightning detection hardware is picking up some of those thunderstorms across northeastern Indiana. And if we look at the forecast map for this morning, you see that low pressure across Wisconsin. It'll move across to the eastern part of the state, and then we have a stronger low that'll develop. And again, over the next 72 hours, we'll see waves of low pressure move along that front, eventually pushing some of that significant rain into the state. And again, most of the heaviest rain and severe weather looks like it'll stay off to our west and southwest, but we should pick up a fair amount of rain here over the next 72 hours. And some of the models out there, the GFS 72 hours would give much of the area around an inch of rain. And if we look at the INSEP, the WPC, you can see about a ½ inch to an inch across much of the area. And finally, if we look at the JMA, the Japanese model, again, it's showing most of the heaviest precipitation to be off to our southwest and west, with still a pretty decent amount of rain across mid-Michigan, around a ½ inch to an inch, and over an inch across southern and southwestern lower Michigan. And if we look at the WPC's 7-day outlook, you can see most areas, this adds all the models in with some of the human forecasting, would give much of the area, again, like we've been talking about for the last couple of days, around 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a quarter plus. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day, and 73s to all.